Hello everyone, and welcome to a new week. I've just had gym and then my first lecture, which I've changed for. Now heading off to the library to pick up some books before everyone takes them, and then another lecture. Now hopefully I can leave a few minutes early to get to swimming for 3. This is me getting lost in the library with all my books. So we just finished swimming. It was a bit of a rush from my lecture to the pool, but got straight into it. It was quite a good set actually. I was going quite fast. I was actually very surprised with myself. Like 6 200s to send 1 to 3, then hold to 6, a little bit of kick with fins, and then 6 200s with paddles, and then a little bit of kick with fins, and then 9 100s, basically all descent basically. So it was pretty tough, but I'm glad it's over now. And we had some gym testing earlier, which I'll update you on when I'm home because I'm quite hungry now, so I want to get home. I just had my dinner, having a little sit down before I get ready for bed and do some jobs. But I said I would tell you about the gym testing that we had. So this week is more of a testing week in gym for those of us who have been here since the start of September, after we've had like a block of building up exercises and weights and everything. So today we just had pull-ups on testing, and then the other exercises were just slightly deloaded, less sets, which was quite nice. So we started with the pull-ups. We were doing 3 rep max testing, which isn't anything that I've done before. I'm used to doing 1 rep max testing, but from my understanding, you can predict your 1 rep max off of your 3 rep max, and the 3 reps is less taxing on your body than a 1 rep max. But I did 10 kilograms, like weighted, on my pull-ups, which was pretty good at the moment. I forgot to film the 10 kilogram pull-ups. I forgot to film any of the pull-ups, to be honest. We were in a bit of a rush because it was quite busy in there this morning. So just getting ready for bed for a double tomorrow, so that'll be fun. Hello everyone, apologies for the lack of vlogging today. It's been a very busy day. We had swimming this morning, which was pull, paddles, band work, and a few sprints, so that wasn't too bad. And then I came home, had a little nap because I was quite tired, and then went back in for a sport management lecture, which was 2 hours long, and then I went and did some work in the STV before going swimming. I had to miss a lecture to go swimming, so I've got to catch up with that tomorrow once the lecture has been put online, so got to do that tomorrow. But I have no lectures tomorrow, which is quite good. And then we just have gym in the morning. We've got some more testing in the gym, which will be fun, I think. It's been a very busy day, so I haven't had a chance to vlog that much. But first up, we had gym this morning. It's slightly early on a Wednesday, so I had to get there early for fatigue monitoring, which is just some counter movement jumps. And then we'll monitor that throughout every week and going into competitions and stuff. It's not really relevant right now, but as the data builds up, it'll be much more relevant, and we can see how the body is handling like fatigue and everything like that. We went and sat in the athletes lounge, which I didn't know was a thing, but some athletes get access to it. I'm thankfully one of them, and it's got sofas, it's got a microwave, it's got a fridge. And then we were headed off for our massages. I had a massage, some of the others had Normatex and some other things that are in there, but that was really good. Definitely loosened off a little bit. And then I just came home, then went back to swimming. We actually had pre-pool in the fitness suite. I've never been there before, but it's quite a nice space. And we quickly got changed, got in for the session. It was another descend set, which was pretty tough, but good. I'm getting down to some nice times now, which I'm quite happy about. Yeah, then we had our swimming team meeting. It was very general stuff, just kind of about outlining the program, outlining expectations and what competitions we're doing this season. So we just had a kick set this morning. I just had my breakfast. I had some overnight oats with some frozen raspberries, which was quite nice. And now I'm just doing a bit of work in the athletes lounge. I'm currently by myself, but hopefully Emily will come back in a minute. And I'm just doing work here for a couple of hours until 12, when I've got a 2-hour seminar, and then back to swimming. Hello everyone, it is now Friday. I have just had a seminar. It's quite good actually, it's quite informative. And then I've just got gym, having a banana before gym. I think we've got some more testing, last bit of testing. I'll try and film some bits, and then swimming later. I'm not sure what we have, probably like a few max efforts, nothing too strenuous, but yeah. We just had isometric squats in this session. I didn't get a chance to film them, but yeah, I think they were alright. Not really sure at the moment. So we just finished swimming. We just had a few sprints, nothing too taxing. I was finding it a bit difficult tonight. Like, my body's a bit fatigued. So I spoke to my coach and just kind of said, like, I'm feeling a bit fatigued and stuff. So we're going to see how I feel in the morning. Might have to adjust the set or just take the session off. Just erring on the side of caution because I don't want to make anything worse than it already is. If it is something, I think it's just kind of like an accumulation of everything, because I've just kind of gone straight through. We've been building up, had some pretty tough sets like this week, last week, and building up volume, and obviously going to lectures and stuff, like that's a lot more on your plate and stuff. And we've had testing in gym this week, which always makes me quite fatigued. So I just see how I feel in the morning, but I prefer to err on the side of caution and do what's best for my body instead of training through it and ignoring it and making it worse, because I've made that mistake in the past and I really don't want to go down that road again. So I prefer to just chill and see what my body's feeling and then adjust accordingly. Hello everyone. So I did decide not to go swimming this morning. I'm still feeling a little run down, really fatigued, so I thought it was best to just take the morning off, rest and recover. I didn't want to risk potentially lowering my immune system and leaving me exposed to like freshers flu and everything that is going around at the moment, and all the other illnesses going around, being the start of uni term and everything. So I didn't want to risk getting ill again. So I thought it was best to just rest and recover, and I think that was the right decision. And one session really isn't going to make that much difference. It's better than pushing through and then getting ill and then having to miss more. So I've definitely learned that over the past few years, to actually listen to my body and just respond to how I'm feeling, rather than just thinking I need to do every single session and it not actually benefiting me, rather than just taking a session off. So opted for taking the session off. I've just had a chilled morning, haven't really done much, just had a shower and just planning on chilling for the rest of the day. While we're on the topic of health and monitoring kind of like how you're feeling, I thought I'd chat a bit about my Oura ring. I got a comment on my last video asking about my thoughts, and I know I've had a few people ask over on my TikTok and Instagram, but I wanted to have it for long enough before I gave a full review of it, because obviously they take a bit of time to get to know you, get to know like your patterns and everything. This is what it looks like. Mine is a little bit battered up now because I do wear it 24/7. I've had mine since December 2023, so almost a year now. It's a bit battered in the gym and stuff, but I don't really mind. It's very comfortable to wear. I feel like it looks pretty nice. Not sure which colour this was. I feel like it was the cheapest one, basically. Because they're quite expensive, and then you pay like a monthly subscription on top of that. I think I use mine mostly for health monitoring and sleep monitoring. It focuses more on your sleep and kind of like heart rate variability and stuff, and obviously I use that quite a lot in swimming to monitor where I'm at health wise and kind of trying to predict any illness or anything. Like, also does period tracking, so for anyone who wants to track that as well, and different things about how that affects your sleep and everything. The sleep scores I find are really accurate. You can figure out how much deep sleep, how much REM sleep, how much light sleep you're getting, the different intervals, and it's really, really accurate on sleep, I think, because even if you think you're getting so much sleep, you're actually not, and I find that really interesting. And you can do different tags of how you're feeling and what stuff affected your sleep. So if you went on a plane, if you took like magnesium or something, or stuff like that. So I think it's really interesting to track all the different patterns with that, and I find mine really useful. I think it's easy to wear day to day. It just kind of looks like a normal ring on my finger, and it took a little bit of getting used to wearing it all the time, but now I don't take it off except to charge it. You can see got a fake tan mark where it goes, and then the battery life's really good. It's got about, I'd say it lasts about 5-6 days, so almost a week, and then it just has a little charger like this, and you just plop it on there, and honestly it only takes about only an hour to charge up, so not that bad. And then for the amount of time it lasts, I think it's really good. And yeah, if you have any specific questions about that, just let me know and I'm happy to answer them. But yeah, that is my review of the Oura ring. I've just seen they've actually just come out with the Oura ring 4, so I might look into getting that at some point, but I'll have to look into that a bit more of whether I want to spend the money on it. But yeah, that is my review of the Oura ring. I've been sat in bed doing a little bit of work before I go to sleep, and I thought it would be a good time to show you what I've been doing to keep all my notes organised and all my work organised, so I know when my assessments are due, what readings I have, and link it all together. So I'll show you now. But my app of choice has been OneNote. I've used a few others, but I think OneNote is my favourite. So here I have different notebooks for each of my modules here, and then you can just add more really easily. And then within each one I have different sections. So a section on my assessments, so see here I just outline what's in them, the structure of everything, along with the marking criteria, which I have as a separate page on here. I clearly haven't filled this one out yet. And then I have my readings, don't have any for this one yet, so I haven't got any. And then I've listed each of my weeks here, and then any work that I have within each one. As you can see here, we had the seminar, some extra information, lecture notes, and then some extra work that we had to do here. And this has been really helpful of just organising everything, and I can, within each section of each module, I can add different pages, which I found really useful. I also do work solely on my iPad. I used to have a laptop when I went to uni before, but I've just found that the iPad is a little bit better. I have a Apple Pencil along with, I can't remember what the screen is called, but it's kind of like a paper-like one, so it's meant to feel more like you're writing on paper, which I found really useful, because I also like to write around my notes as well as type them, and so the iPad was just the best choice because it allows me to do both, because I like to mix it up, but then it's really annoying when you have half of your stuff on notes on paper and then half it on your laptop. Like, you just can't combine it that way. So the iPad was the best choice for me. Obviously it doesn't work for everyone, but that's what I've been using just to stay on top of everything, keep all my work organised, and I have it set out for all of my modules, so any work I can just easily go into the section I need, add the page really easily, so I don't have to spend loads of time organising everything when it's already set out and organised for me. I'm just editing this week's vlogs. I hope you enjoy. I apologise that it was a bit talk heavy. I am just trying to get into a routine, and this week was a bit hectic, obviously being first week of lectures and everything like that. I was trying to figure out where the rooms are, get into a good routine and a schedule and everything. So I didn't have as much time as I would have liked, but I will definitely get better at that, so just bear with me on that front. Next week we've got another busy week. I will try and film more in the moment and share what's actually happening instead of me just talking about it. I thought I would put a heavier focus on kind of just my top tips on staying healthy and boosting your immune system as much as possible. Obviously illness is unavoidable and it's going to happen at some point, but there are things that you can do to boost your immune system so you don't get hit as hard by illness, and to avoid it as much as possible, because obviously as athletes it's kind of important that we're able to train to our full potential and not be bear down by illness. So I thought I would share kind of what I do on the day-to-day that helps me stay as healthy as possible so I'm able to train at full capacity. So stay tuned for that next week. I hopefully see you there.